Teofimo Lopez will expose Terence Crawford market value. Yeah. Teofimo Lopez will expose Terence Crawford stock and his interest. Oh, and Teofimo Lopez event is going to make sure that Bud Crawford pay-per-view event is going to do bad. It's going to bomb. It's going to stink like homeless pussy. And you know it's going to be so bad that if Terence Crawford decides to go to a negotiation with Errol Spence again for the fight that we all want to see, in which I don't think that Errol Spence should trust Bud Crawford because he might pull out again and probably go fight for MySpace or AOL or something. Anyway, because Errol Spence's value will go up and Bud Crawford's value will go down. Because Errol Spence is going to be fighting Keith Tom Thurman pay-per-view. And that's going to be a legacy fight. That's going to be a fight that's going to be marketed. That's going to be a fight that's going to be promoted well by Keith Tom Thurman. It's more respected than the David Avanesyan and Bud Crawford. It's a legacy fight. It's a fight that a lot of people do still want to see. Spence stock is going to rise. Bud's stock is going to plummet. If Bud Crawford felt that he was going to get the show end of the stick, oh shit, he might not even get a stick. He might not even get a chip of the stick. You know what I'm saying? If he thought he was going to get, what, 70-30 or 80-20, man, he's probably going to get 98-2. 97-3, something like that. That type of split. Bud Crawford. That's what happened when you're trying to be selfish to the boxing community. It's going to bite you in your ass. It's going to bite you in your ass. Ladies and gentlemen, Terence Crawford going to be performing December 10th versus David Avanesyan, BLK Prime, a new entity in the sport of boxing. Of course, Terence Crawford was supposed to be fighting Errol Spence to satisfy his legacy, satisfy the boxing fans, satisfy his pockets. But he was selfish. And sometimes you got to be selfless in life. You know, I understand. Take care of your family. Just care about yourself. It's you the one that stepped inside the ring. It's your career. I understand that. But the fans don't have to praise you for that. The fans don't have to be a fan of that. The fans don't have to give you a pass for that. But anyway, you're doing your thing. But you're doing your thing at a time when Teofimo Lopez is fighting in Madison Square Garden with a great card and free too. Teofimo Lopez is going to be fighting Sandor Martin, who retired the 4th Division World Champion, the former 4th Division World Champion, Michael Garcia. The same guy that Michael Garcia, the guy that couldn't get knocked out by Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Little man with no abs. Anyway, also on the card is going to be Keyshawn Davis, the silver medalist. Keyshawn Davis is going to be who trains with Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have some, their entourage is going to be split. So, I'd rather see Keyshawn Davis on this one. You know what I'm saying? Promising young star. Y'all already know Keyshawn Davis has been in the show. Show love to Punsh Run Boxing and also Teofimo Lopez as well. You got Jared Anderson, future heavyweight champion, I believe so. You got Xander Zayas. They're going to be carrying the island of Puerto Rico, baby. And 154-pound phenom in the sport of boxing. Teofimo Lopez fought Richard Comey in Madison Square Garden, Heisman night, when Bud Crawford fought the Mean Machine. And it was electrifying. And if you know, if there was people, I remember about that fight, there was people that felt that Teofimo Lopez should have main event that card. Did some good viewership, was second round knockout, and that was the highlight of that event. You know what I'm saying? Again, a lot of people felt that he should have been the main event because that was the most significant fight in that event anyway. He's very entertaining. Y'all already know that. Teofimo Lopez, y'all already know, the former king in the lightweight division, now in the 140-pound division. And, of course, he's fighting Sandor Martin for the WBC final elimination bout, and the winner will fight Regis Prograis. You already know Regis Prograis and Teofimo Lopez now is really serious, going back and forth. They used to be cool, but of course Regis Prograis said that, he'll send him to the hospital. You already know Teofimo Lopez was in the hospital after the George Cambosa fight. Should have never been in the ring, but we already know the story and things of that nature. And I think that Teofimo Lopez really took it serious. And now he's at 140. He said there's no friends, and I think that's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? This is a life or death type of sport. I don't expect Regis Prograis and Teofimo Lopez or anybody in 140 or any other division be friends. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I like it that way as a fan as well. Too much buddy, but I don't like that buddy. Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, that buddy. No. I don't like that buddy stuff. I like the way that Tank Davis been talking in the 135-pound division that he don't want to be buddy as well. That's the way it's supposed to be. Y'all gonna have to challenge each other, gonna have to fight each other, and y'all going to strip each other's health away from each other as well. Anyway, Terence Bud Crawford can't promote a lick. Is like, you know what I'm saying, listening to him is like looking at dry paint. For real. No personality, no character at all. Sometimes people be like, yo, I want to hear Terence Bud Crawford talk, but then when he's talking, I mean, I can't even look at a whole interview with Terence Bud Crawford. I gotta break it down in pieces and stuff like that. He's just I understand why Bob Arum said what he has to say. But I just don't think Terence Bud Crawford, you know what I'm saying, just ignite any type of fan base, any type of interest in terms of personality. Of course, there's an interest in a fight. You know what I'm saying? He is a great talent, of course. A lot of people consider Bud Crawford pound for pound. 1, 2, 3, you can flip it around. I don't consider him pound for pound number one. I consider Alexander Usyk. I do consider him a pound for pound fighter, but the inactivity and stuff like for no excuse, I have to put him on pound for pound recess. Yes, pound for pound recess. Yes, he's pound for pound suspended. But he, of course, man, I'm just joking around. He's a pound for pound cannibal fighter. But he's 35 years old, should be fighting Errol Spence or Keith from Tom Thurman or the young guys, Virgil Ortiz or Bruce Ennis. I don't like this fight, but it is what it is. And there's an event. There's 2 events. And, of course, I like that boxing has these type of events and the events are clashing. Yet, you cannot oversell. You can't oversell Teofimo Lopez at this point. Teofimo Lopez is exciting. He brings a lot to the table. He's bringing interest. You know, there's a lot of names that's attached and linked to Teofimo Lopez. Of course, the Tank Davis, the Devin Haney, the Shakur Stevenson, the potential fight. You got the Lomachenkos. You already fought them. Ryan Garcia, you got a lot of names. You know, when Teofimo Lopez fight, we want to see what these other guys are going to be doing, and everybody's going to be trending at the same time. There's a lot of interest in these young fighters. Teofimo Lopez already accomplished great things very, very early in his career. Fighter of the year 2020. His father, trainer of the year 2020. You know what I'm saying? So it is a good matchup. Father and son collaboration. There's a lot of people that feel like, you know, Teofimo Lopez right now is probably vulnerable. They still can't get away from the Cambosa L. But I do believe that Teofimo Lopez is special, and he's going to show it again in the 140-pound division. I believe that he's actually probably the most talented 140 in my opinion. And all he has to do is just stay focused, take one fight at a time versus Ando Martin, and I think he's going to do well. But Teofimo Lopez, like I said in the beginning, is going to expose the market value of Bud Crawford. You got to remember, Bud Crawford and Errol Spence did not happen because Tim Smith of PBC even alluded that it has to do with economics. Now, Bud Crawford's going to do a pay-per-view event. We all know that shit probably ain't even going to do more than 10,000. I would love to support it, but of course I got Madison Square Garden. I'm from New York. I gotta support Teofimo Lopez. I'm going to the fight, so I can't. I'm not trying to see 2 fights at one time. Maybe I was home, maybe yeah, but I don't see Terence Bud Crawford even selling more than Clarissa Shields when she went pay-per-view versus the Care. You know what I'm saying? So I think you should have never went up against Teofimo Lopez. And once that, it actually is going to hurt him in negotiations when he go with Errol Spence if he try to go to negotiations again next year. I think it's going to hurt. I think it's going to hurt him in negotiations, and Teofimo Lopez is going to expose that. You know what I'm saying? And you should have never went up against Teofimo Lopez. It's going to hurt you, and he's going to expose it. So I think it's going to be worse because if Errol Spence fights Keith from Tom Thurman, you know the value is going to go up, the pay-per-view is going to go up, the numbers going to go up, the price, the purse is going to go up. So I think that Terence Bud Crawford, if he does want to fight with Errol Spence, is going to shoot himself in the foot. If he feel like it was 7-30, 70-30, or 60-40, 80-20, with the numbers that he's going to get, it's going to be highly, very, very worse. It's going to be very, very bad. I mean, people go saying the same thing about what Keith from Tom Thurman and Mario Barrios, and they're going to be like, well, you know what I'm saying, look at Keith Thurman's number. But yeah, at the end of the day, the fight that the fans really want to see is Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. I think Teofimo Lopez is going to expose Bud Crawford so much to the point where Terence Bud Crawford going to go to the negotiation table, and his value is going to drop. It's going to devalue thanks to Teofimo Lopez. Should have never went up against Teofimo Lopez. I feel like this is 50 Cent trying to go up against Kanye West, and Kanye West, heartbreak. Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know the whole deal. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.